Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's seminar. We are going to be speaking about university application for 2020 program. And I would like to welcome every parent to today's session. And I'm really excited to share this information with you. I really get excited when I see parents who are very focused and who want the best for their children. And that is why today we're going to speak about university application, because I'm sure you know that universities are closing very soon. They will start closing on the 30th of this month, September. So the topic of today is how to increase your child's chances of being accepted at a university. Now, I want to speak today about the three major mistakes that a lot of learners make and how to avoid those mistakes. That is the first main topic I'm going to speak about. And also I'm going to speak about a university application program. It's a short course your child can take if they want to also increase their chances further. So let's speak about the first three mistakes that learners make when applying to university. And before I want to speak about these three mistakes, I just like to say the focus of today's webinar session will be about university acceptance. So it's not a guarantee that your child can go to university. However, our goal is to make sure that they have the best possible chance of actually getting enrolled at a university. So today is really about how to position your child so that they can get enrolled at a university around South Africa. And before I speak about the topics, I just like to introduce myself just so that you know who's speaking. You're speaking with Nathan Dube. I'm an educational consultant at PSconnect. And let me tell you my background story just so you understand where I'm coming from this topic. In 2007, I got rejected at university. So I matriculated in 2006. I got rejected at 2007, primarily because I did not know what it takes to actually get accepted at a university. In 2010, I finished my bachelor's degree in computer science, and then also at that time, I started at PSconnect, and to date, I have 11 years experience of helping learners get accepted at university. So this is a little bit about me and how I'm connected to this topic. So in 2010, when I joined PSconnect, so PSconnect has built a system. This system has 26 of the universities around South Africa. The system also has 220 colleges. These are your TVET colleges, whether it's your public or your private, but most importantly, these are accredited colleges on the platform PSconnect. And each year we help around about 100,000 learners each year. 2020, we helped 100,000 learners, and this year we hope to help another 100,000 learners in terms of helping them go into university or college. Now, can I please ask this question? And I would like an answer from you guys on the comment section. What is the acceptance rate at the university? I would love to know as parents, what is the acceptance rate at a university? Does anyone know what is the acceptance rate? Is it 50? Is it 30? Is it 90? Is it 10? Just please choose one of the options and let me know in the comment section, because I just want to know how well do you know universities and them actually accepting learners. So I'm just going to quickly check on the comment section if one of you is able to respond with. Okay, so Tandi saying 30%, Nombulelo saying 90%. I'm sure the others are still coming in with their numbers, but Kucho saying 90%, others are 50, 40. And the reason why I'm asking you this is because this is very important, ladies and gentlemen, because and then Maria says it's 10%. So we've got different answers here. I would like to answer this question for you. Let me answer this question for you. The acceptance rate at a university is actually 10%. That is actually the answer. It's 10% at a university. And a lot of people are shocked. So what I'm saying to you is that universities reject 90% of the learners. So do you see how it's important for you to make sure that you avoid all the mistakes so that you can get a chance at being accepted? So for instance, UJ receives 180,000 applications, and out of that 180,000 applications, they reject 90%. So you can imagine the number. So almost 160,000 learners are being rejected just at UJ. And all the other universities are consistent. Some are even lower than 10%. And that is why today's topic is very important. And thank you guys for answering. So let's go and speak about the three major mistakes that I've been talking about. The first mistake that one should avoid as a learner, I would like to speak about the first mistake. So it's applying before qualifying. That is the first mistake that learners make, applying before qualifying. And the reason for that is because the misconception is that a lot of learners think the more I apply, the better my chances. I know I've also seen this from parents. Also, parents believe that the more that they apply into an institution, the more the chances. But the truth of the matter is, if your child does not qualify for university, even if they apply to all 26 universities, they will not be considered. They are rejected automatically. So it's very important for your child to qualify before actually applying. And also some learners just apply and hope and pray. And even though prayer is important, you also must make sure that your child qualifies. So the solution to this problem is to understand all the requirements. Make sure you understand all the requirements and then identify the courses that your child qualifies for before they can apply. So understanding requirements first is important. Now, the next challenge is understanding university requirements. University requirements are very complicated because, and I'll give you one example. I believe some of you have gotten this list. These are all the universities. And we've given out this list as well because we are talking about these universities today. All these universities, University of Cape Town, Limpopo, Rhodes, they all use a different APS score. Now, what is an APS score? I don't know if you as parents know what an APS score is, but it's an application point system. So that's how they calculate your child's points. But the problem is that different universities use different formulas to calculate this APS score. And so it makes it very difficult for your child to figure out why they qualify because they need to understand all the formulas out there and then they need to apply them in each institution. And I'm just going to give you a quick example here because I have all the prospectuses right here with me. And if I go into even just a university just to show you their application process. Okay, so this is KZN. This is the APS score they use. So they use a 1 to 7 point system. Some universities use a 1 to 8 point system. Some use 1 to 9. Some exclude LO, some include LO. So it gets very tricky, and also there's different requirements for each course. And also in terms of the subjects as well, they calculate it differently. So you can just imagine how one would need to get just a calculus degree to calculate this APS score. I'm just going to use one more example. Let's look at the prospectus at Limpopo. It's the same thing. They've got their own APS score that they are currently using over here. Own APS score. So they're using also a 7-point system. However, there are conditions in terms of what they exclude and what they qualify a learner then becomes different. So that is the reason why it's very difficult, and I understand why a lot of parents and a lot of learners do not know if they qualify, so they just send applications. And so going back to my presentation, there is another option, but let me show you how the score points work. So if your child applies to a university, their APS score points will actually look different. So for instance, in UJ, they would get 22 because UJ is using a different formula. In VETS, they would get 25. In Venda, they'd get 21, and then in Rhodes, they'd get 23. Why? Because they're all using a different APS score formula. So this leads me to mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 is that learners must make sure that they don't assume that their APS score stays the same. They must make sure that the APS score does not stay the same, because a lot of learners think it stays the same, so they apply to all the institutions, and then it's the mistake that they make and they get disqualified because they don't actually qualify while thinking they qualify. And so that is mistake number 2 to avoid as parents, and make sure you also tell your children, avoid this mistake. Now, so like I said, the solution is to identify each formula for each of the 26 universities and calculate their APS score. I know that sounds like a lot of work, but that's actually what you have to do. That's what most people do. But there's an alternative for that, and that's on PSconnect. Why? Because PSconnect simply, all you have to do is you register child. So what do I mean by assessing your child? We look at your child's marks, subjects, and career interests, and then from there we give them an institution report. This institution report will have all the universities, and it will calculate all the APS scores automatically. And I'd actually like to show you this because I want to give you an actual example of us helping learners. So this is the type of report they would get from PSconnect. And in this report, for instance, over here to the left-hand side, you see that these are the provinces that I've selected in terms of me being interested to study. Then these are the careers that I would like to study. These are the type of qualifications, and this is full-time. I'd like to study full-time, and then university or college. And then over to the right-hand side, this will be my subjects and my marks. So what's interesting is that all of this information PSconnect then takes and then gives a report, and it shows all the universities, and it shows which courses related to my career, and over to the right-hand side, it then shows whether I qualify or not. So it means your child does not need to figure out all these formulas out there, because PSconnect, we have all these formulas, which, by the way, they change every year, but we make sure that we keep them updated on our system. You are also able to see the school fees as well as the closing dates for each and every course. So this is the type of report we can give learners. And then I'm just going to also go down, because just to show you how many institutions are on this report. I'm sure you can see this is a very big report. It's got 189 pages. but I'm showing you that's UJ. This is Tshwane. This is University of Limpopo. This is Venda. So this is how you can see the type of report we would be able to give your child. Now, one of the things that the report also does is that it gives a detailed understanding of why a learner qualifies or not. It breaks it down in all the levels. And what we've realized is that we've given this type of report to your children, but they are not able to understand the dynamics of this report. So what we are going to do is also going to speak about a program where we walk your children step by step to really understand this report and how to apply using this report. So like I said, this report is very extensive. I'd like to show you one more thing before we move on. On this report, we also have things like application fees as well. If a learner wants to apply online to this institution because they identified where they want to study, they can simply click on this link. And then once they click on this link, then it's able to then take them to the university application process. So this is the link that's actually in the report. So this report, we go into detail. Now I clicked on the link, so this is why you see that I'm already on UJ. And I'm already on UJ's page. And then once I click here, I'm able to start the application process. And in the university program, I'm also going to be talking about, this is where we also walk your learner down step by step, how to make an application to each and every one of these institutions, depending on which one they qualify for. So that's really what the report does on PSconnect. So let me then go to the next mistake to avoid, which is the third one. The third mistake to avoid is applying with your grade 12 final marks. A lot of learners are not applying. A lot of learners are not going to apply. What we deal with every year is learners coming to us only after they've gotten their final marks and then they want to apply to university. Applying with your final marks and waiting for the best marks is actually a mistake you need to avoid. The solution would be to apply before main applications. And the reason for that is because late applications decreases the chances of your child being accepted to university. Like you have a 1% chance, because like I mentioned, there's a 90% rejection rate. And what a lot of parents and learners don't know is that the main courses are usually full at late application. It's only the unpopular courses that are there. And what we find is learners end up taking any course just to be admitted in a university. They are not interested with that course. So after a year, they fail or they drop out, and then the learner is depressed, and then it automatically just changes the career of the learner. So it's very important that to increase your learners' chances of actually applying is to make sure that they apply before main applications close, which is on the 30th of September. And also some will be closing in October. So what I'd also like to do then is just speak a little bit about the program. How the program works. So the program that we have done is to ensure that it's a 3-day program. So it's a short program. It's an online program. And in the 3 days, we'll have sessions just like this. We will send a link to the children who enroll into the program, which we are currently running now. And it's a 2 to 3 hour per day program where we take them step by step in detail in terms of their applications. And then what the learners get to do is that they also select the slots. So a learner is able to choose which slots they want to join the program. So for day one, it might be in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. So there are slots that are available. They just choose and then they go through the program. And then the requirements for this course is that your child has to have a device, whether it's a laptop, whether it's a phone, any device that can connect to the internet. And obviously they need internet, because just like how you've logged in now, you need internet, whether you're using Wi-Fi or whether you're using data. Especially today, daily data is a bit more affordable, so that they can just buy the daily data just for that day, for the 3 days, and then they can join the program. I would like to say that the seats are limited because we receive a lot of learners that we are helping. So the seats that are only left for this program is around 500 for now. So what I'd also like to do is just take you a bit to the actual course itself, just so you can see what topics we actually cover on this application program. So this application program is for 2022. It's about knowing all the requirements and the strategy to get accepted. Now, these are the topics that we cover. Today, we only covered 3 of the major mistakes. We have found that there are 10 major mistakes to avoid when applying. And so if this is something that you find interesting, and then you can enroll your child so that they can also find out all the 10 mistakes so that they can increase their chances. There's also 6 requirement levels to qualify. Today we spoke about 1, which is APS score. So there are 6 of them. These includes the different subjects, how the learner performs, NBT, and so forth. So we also cover all the 6 requirements in detail in the program. We show learners how to identify all the institutions they qualify for. And then also we speak about all the requirement documents attached to the application. Some learners just get rejected because they did not attach the right documents, or they had the right document, but they did not save it with the right file. So if you don't save something with the right file, then the system of these universities can actually reject that file, and then it looks like your child did not submit all the documents, but they did. So we also speak about making sure it's the right files. We speak about the 3 best strategies when applying to university, and also understanding the university offers. Based on our strategies, we have the ability to help learners to actually get more offers from university, not get one acceptance, but get more, so that they are able to look at the offers and choose. Another thing we do is we help learners to identify which funding opportunities are out there for them to qualify. A lot of parents cannot afford the fees in terms of university, and so it's very important for your child to know what opportunities are out there so that they're able to qualify. And then last but not least, obviously, we walk them step by step in terms of how to apply to all these universities, colleges, and funding institutions. And so just to go back to my presentation, so the main aim here is to take them through all the topics that we cover, so that at the end of the day, they can be accepted at a university. Especially if your child is achieving correctly and qualifies, because when they go through all these requirements, we are checking if they qualify for university, then we help them apply, then we speak about the offers, and then from there they get accepted at that university. So I would like to also give you a small testimony about Thembelihle. Thembelihle is one of our learners who matriculated in 2020, joined the program in 2020, and she was able to get 3 offers from university. She got it from University of Cape Town, of Wits, and KwaZulu-Natal. She's currently studying now in 2020. She's in Wits University because she ended up accepting Wits University, and she's currently studying a bachelor's in accounting science. This is just one of the hundreds of stories that we get from the learners who go into the program. Our media profile, we've been to different media different platforms. We've been to Power FM, SABC News. We've also won BBQ awards. I'd also like to just open this up and say that for those of you who don't know PSconnect, you can just go online on Google and just search for PSconnect. So I just want to show you how it's easy for the parents who don't actually know about us and would like to maybe find out a bit more information about PSconnect. All they do is simply type PSconnect and they'll be able to see our PSconnect. They can go into the news to find out more about us because we're featured by Brand South Africa. They can go into also the images to see where we've actually been. We've been to Metro FM, Yo TV, YFM. So this is just a brief research about us, but I'm hoping that you'll also do your research, just like I said that, because we've been here for the past 11 years. Now let's speak about the course program. And let's speak about the fees of the program. So the program is usually 1,200 to join for the program, the 3-day program. And that's because that's 11 years of experience put in one program to help your child. And so we believe that it's worth the investment to your child's future. But we are running a discount special, and the course is going for 750. So if you go onto our website now, the course is 750. But for today, for the parents who are logged on today, we give you a 30% further discount. All you need to do is when you pay, you would pay the 499, and then you would just let us know your code for your further discount is apply. So you just use apply, then you get another 30% discount. So the I'm going to just quickly explain the program fee just for those of you who have not heard me. The program fee is usually 1,200, and that's because of the 11 years experience we've put into this program. That's also actually won BBQ awards, and that's why we've been featured on different platforms. However, the course today, it's with a discount, it's 750. However, for those parents who are joined in today, by using the code apply, and that's when after you've paid and you just tell us that your code is apply, then what we do is we then accept the 499 that you've paid to us. So it's 499. It's a once-off fee to invest in your child's future when it comes to applying to universities and colleges out there. And so there are 3 payment methods. It's online. Online is where I've actually shown you now, which will email you a list of the link so that you can, if you want to do an online payment, we use PayPal. We've got an EFT payment method and we've got a deposit method. So these are the 3 methods we have. And so after today, we're going to give you a link. If you fill in that form, then we'll also be able to provide you with all the details in terms of doing your payment methods. And it's simply very easy. We are going to send you our banking details. Then you will do an EFT or deposit. You will use as reference number. So online, you don't need to use a reference number. You just need to enter the details. of your child to register them, and then you make the payment. But offline, obviously, you need a reference number, so you use your child's ID number, then you'll email or WhatsApp us the proof of payment, and then we enroll your child into the course, and then your child can start the course. We have a course currently running now, but then our next course is going to start around Wednesday. Wednesday next week will be when our next course will be starting, and we host a few courses until the end of the month. But by the 27th, we would have stopped with running the course because it's a 3-day course, and we want to have enough time until the 30th so that the learners for the last course can apply. But like I said, we have limited seats, and it's a first come, first serve for the program. And so in the program, what I'd also like to do is to recap on today's program. Over on the right, these are the mistakes we spoke about. The first one being applying before you qualify. Make sure, please, parents, make sure that your child qualifies before they apply. Otherwise, they're just going to feel they're going to be rejected, and they're going to feel like they failed themselves, but it's purely because of not understanding the requirements. We spoke about the APS score. The APS score does not change the same, so make sure you know the different APS scores. And then number 3 is waiting for late applications. Your child must apply now. They must not wait for late applications. And then we also spoke about the program. And in the program, what we said is that there are 10 mistakes. Today, we only spoke about 3. So if you're a parent, you're interested, and you want your learner to know all the 10 mistakes, then they can enroll in the program. We share the best 3 strategies when it comes to applying, and then we help learners to apply. We teach them how to apply to universities and also for funding options. What I'm also going to do today is I'm going to give you, and this is going to be for free, I'm going to give you a document of application fees for the parents today. So with the link we're going to provide at the end of this session, in that link, once you fill out the form, we're going to send you a list of the application fees of all the universities so that you know which universities cost how much. And I just want to show you how this list is going to look like. Let me just open it. So this is how it's going to look like. So you'd be able to see, for instance, let's just use this table as an example. At UJ, you will see that online, it's for free. They don't charge you anything. But if you post, then they're going to charge you. And then they do not allow walk-ins. So usually when we say NA, it's because they have not stated walk-ins. And usually when an institution does not say anything about walk-ins, some do, but most universities today do not allow walk-ins. It's usually online or post. And in the course, we'll be teaching them how to use whichever method, whether they want to use post or online. However, the main method we'd recommend is online, and using their emails as communication to be accepted at that institution. So I'm also going to send you this of all the universities in South Africa so that you and your child are able to figure out which of those universities you would want to apply to. So thank you very much. I believe this is the time where I would welcome questions. I'd like to encourage the people who have logged on to begin asking questions. I'm going to go to the comment section and start asking, and then because I see there's a lot of, okay, there's some questions here, but if you have questions, please put it on the comment section as well. I can also enable, I'm going to also just enable your mics so that, okay, so I see hands up here. Let's just try and speak one by one, because I'm not sure who's raising their hand, so let me just see if I can identify who's raising their hand. Okay, Lily raised her hand, so let me just allow her. Okay, Lily, I unmuted your mic.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So I've been trying to apply to a lot of universities, and
Yes.
I recently supplemented during June. So when I'm applying, I'm not sure if I should hand in my results that I got in June, or should I hand them in or on the system, or should I email it to the universities?
Okay, so have you applied to the university
Yes,
already?
I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so you would, which university would this be?
It's UJ and VIT.
UJ and Wits. Okay, so because these are two different universities, they
Okay.
might use two different procedures. So the
Okay.
best thing to do is actually to go to the university and
Okay.
just let them know what's your situation so that then they can help you out. So your situation is a bit different because
Mm-hmm.
normally we would, let's say for instance, you had met us last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had been matric, so we would help you the general way. But because yours is very tricky, you would have to go to the university so that they tell you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Lily, for saying that. I would like to just post the link on the comment section. So I'm going to post the link on the comment section. So while I'm while I'm answering your questions, I'm going to also post the link on the comment section. It's very important for you to then just click on that link so that you are able to then fill out that form once we are done, or just save that link. So let me just quickly grab that link so that I can send it over to you guys. And then I'll just start answering all your questions as they come. So I just don't want to miss people's questions. Okay, so Nobuhle says that, are we going to get the documents to go through them? Yes. So the reason why I'm also getting this link is so that you are able to fill out the form. Then I'm going to email you all the documents. I also would like to say that we are also on WhatsApp as well. So I just shared the link on the comment section. We are also on WhatsApp, and if you, let's say for instance, did not get the information, the documents from us, you can just speak to us on WhatsApp or you can call us, because our contact details are right over here. And so I'm also going to just share our contact details here as well. So, but just click on the link, but we're also on WhatsApp. So this is our WhatsApp number. I will also share this with you guys so that it's our WhatsApp number, but you can also call us on this number over here. Okay, so can I then answer the next question? Okay, so I've posted the WhatsApp number over there, and I've also posted the link. So please go to the comment section to just save that link there that you don't lose it. But I'll also not close today's meeting for a few minutes so that you guys can have time to take it before you leave. So you will get the documents. The other question was, can you record this meeting so that our learners can be able to listen to it as it's time for them to apply? It's very relevant to them as they will be getting it from the horse's mouth. So I'm not even sure, is Ntombi, are you a teacher? Maybe because one of the things we do is we also work with life orientation teachers, especially around the Gauteng province. So they also attend these meetings in order to share this information. So also, if you can get in touch with us, we'll also give you more information to share. But I have recorded this meeting, so I will also send the link to you guys after today's session. This information forms part of grade 11 syllabus. It will broaden the minds of our learners. Ntombi, you are very correct. So one of the things is today we're only speaking about the matriculants. However, at PSconnect, we help grade 8 to grade 12 learners, and we have programs from grade 8 up until grade 12. Like a quick example, grade 9 learners, we have a program for grade 9 learners, and that's for subject choice. So we are able to then go through a similar course like this, but we will be helping them with subject choices. So each and every grade has its program. But today we are only focusing on the matrics or learners who've already applied. I mean, who've already graduated from high school and want to go to university. So if you are interested in courses for the different grades as well, we are going to be doing those different grades, and we're going to be rolling them out online. So we used to do these programs at the schools themselves, but now we are doing it online. So we'll be rolling out these programs beginning 2022. The first one we have rolled out this year, which we're busy with, is the matriculants. So somebody put the hand up. It's Happiness. Happiness, I have enabled your mic.
Good evening. I am an international student. Can I apply for university or study in a university in South Africa using an ASLAM?
Okay, so the program today, I would like for you to contact us separately, because the program that we are even speaking about today is primarily for South African students. We have not yet done a program for international students, because international students, they use another different formula to calculate your APS score. So they don't use the same formula as South African students, particularly the learners who are studying in NSC. And so for international, can you just please speak to us on WhatsApp, and then we'll be able to answer your question.
My matric.
I can not hear you. Hello?
I finished my matric in South Africa.
So do you have an NSC?
Yes, I do have an NSC.
Okay, so if you have an NSC, then definitely a university can accept you. It's just we need to see which of those universities, depending on your situation. Like I said before, each university has different requirements. So we can't just say yes, because we need to see which university and which university you actually qualify for to begin with. So we need to look at your options before we can actually tell you. And that's primarily what the course will be for as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let me try and also, I still see we still have 15 minutes left, so I can answer a couple of more questions as well. When the status is saying extra curriculum accepted, does that mean my child is accepted at the university? He applied at UJ for a higher certificate university. I'm not sure what extra curriculum accepted means, but I would like to highlight to you that there's something called a provisional acceptance. And a provisional acceptance does not mean your child. So Melvin, I don't know if Melvin is still here. Maybe Melvin can raise his hand, and then maybe I can unmute his mic so that he's able to come in and just explain a bit further regarding his or her situation with the child. And so I believe these are the questions. Yes, so I believe these are the questions for today. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to click on this on the link I have provided. I would like to even just go to that link to show you how this link works. You simply just click on this link, and this is just letting you know that we are then going to give you the list of applications to the universities, the fees, so that you are able to know what are the costs in terms of applying to different universities. And then automatically after you've filled out this form, then it will take you straight directly to our website, which is then about the course. So you can then go and read a bit more about the course, and then also you will be able to receive emails from us regarding the course itself and how to enroll into this course. But like I said, time is of the essence. Time is definitely of the essence. Somebody has raised their hand. I would like to see the person who's raised the hand. Okay, Melvin has raised the hand. Let me unmute and then I'll come to you, Lerato. Yes, Melvin, you can unmute your mic.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
So my child applied at the University of Johannesburg for a higher certificate in business management. So the status is saying extracurricular accepted. Does that mean he is accepted?
When did your child apply?
He applied this year around June for next year, 2022.
Yes, so that means it's provisional acceptance. Is your child still studying? Let me first find that out. Is he still in matric or he's finished with his matric?
He finished his matric in 2018.
Okay, so he submitted with his grade 12,
Yes.
grade 12 final marks. Okay,
Yes.
so I would say because it's his grade 12 final marks that he would be accepted. However, you just need to make sure with the university, because what universities normally do is that they give provisional acceptance and then earlier next year they give the final result. So that might be a provisional acceptance, what your child has gotten. But they give the final results normally the beginning of next year once they release all the other results of the matriculants. And I would also like to ask, has your child only applied to one institution?
No, he also applied at CUT. So at CUT, his status is saying selection test. So on the 23rd of September, he's going to write his selection test at CUT.
Okay. So what I would advise to you is to ensure, because of the acceptance rate at universities is very low, what I'd advise is that to make sure your child can actually apply to more institutions that he qualifies for. Because my question is your child qualifying for even the university you just spoke about where he's writing a selection test? Because it, like I said, it doesn't mean that because he's writing a selection test, he's automatically qualified and is going to be accepted. So I would say to you, whether you are going to do it with him manually or whether you come to us, the advice is still the same. Make sure that you have your options opened.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, somebody else is raising their hand. Lerato, I've unmuted your mic.
Good evening.
Evening, Lerato. How are you?
Good. I would like to ask if there are any courses that I can do with an higher certificate. I matriculated in 2020.
Okay, can you please repeat the question?
I would like to ask if there are any courses that I can do with a higher certificate.
Okay, so you matriculated in 2020.
2020, and I'm upgrading for this year.
Okay, so if you are upgrading this year, we first need to check your subjects. We also need to check your career interests, because we need to see which of the universities out there are a right fit for you. Because even if you have a higher certificate, that's just one level of requirement. What is your APA score? How have you achieved on your different subjects? Do you get what I mean? So
Yes.
it's not black and white. It's something that we need to explain to you, and that's why we have done this university course, so that we are able to walk with you step by step, so that you are able to understand what is the university looking for and what is the right fit for you. So with a higher certificate, you might be able to study, but sometimes, normally with a higher certificate, you've got more options when it comes to TVET colleges. With a higher certificate, you've got more options with a TVET college than a university.
Okay.
Yes. So, yeah. So if with today's session, we've given you all the information, so you can quickly do what you want to do in terms of using the information to help you figure out where you qualify. But if you'd like help from us, then you can also enroll into our course, and then we'll just look at the careers that you're interested in and your marks. And like you said, you're upgrading as well. So we also need to see that and see which subjects have you chosen to upgrade, and when are you getting your results for those subjects, because with you it's a bit tricky because you're upgrading. So maybe may I ask, when are you getting your results for your upgraded marks?
I'm only going to write my finals, so I'm getting my results next year.
Yeah, so automatically it's either, so we'll give you two options. One is it's either you're going to apply with your, it's either you're going to apply with your current marks to universities, because universities applications close, or you're going to upgrade your marks, and then we're going to look at helping you apply next year. Because once you get your results next year, like I told you, late applications, there's a very slim chance of you getting accepted for late application. So it's either you're looking at these applications, or we help you apply next year for 2023 applications.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, do we have more questions? Do you have more questions from? I'd like to just see my comment section as well and see. So one of my team was also able to answer Melvin in terms of the question he was asking. And so I believe these are the questions for today. I don't know if there's any more questions. We are left with 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We're left with 5 minutes, and we are going to share with you all the information that we spoke about today, so that if you would like to enroll your children into the program so that we can help them apply, we'd love to do that. This is what we do every day, and we love to get the testimonies from the parents and the students about the work that we do. And if there are no more questions at the moment, what I can do is I just repost the link over here. Reposting the link over there on the comment section for those of you who don't have the link, and then you will automatically get all the information, and then we will also be able to link up with you